Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn GCP with Mahesh. In our today's video in Think and Design in GCP video series, the question is something like this. As per your company's policies and regulation, Google platforms, Google Cloud platforms audit data needs to be shared with an external auditor. That is a key part here in this question. Who does not have a Google account, meaning they don't have a Gmail, they don't have a G Suite account, they don't have a Google identity domain account. That is a problem. Audit process can last maximum 5 days. So that is the key here. How can you share the data which is of 10 GB, slightly higher, with the external auditor? And you should also provision a methodology, or there should be a method where the auditor, external auditor, can upload the observations, the findings, the key findings from the audit log, which can be uploaded back to you, to your company. So that is the thing. So both download option should be there, upload option should be there. Something of that sort is required. So think about the solution. If you have a solution, please put that solution in the comment section. And if you want to think, pause the video and think about it. And as usual, I have a possible solution, which may not be the best solution, but a possible solution. Let's get into the solution part. So for folks who are already following my YouTube channel, by looking at the question, you could have immediately figured out the answer is sign URL. Or even if you're not following my channel, the question was slightly easy to think. So sign URL is a possible choice is what I feel. So we are going to do the same thing. I had already created this video way back in the last year itself, in March 1st, on March 1st. So where I had shown, that was my 25th video. So we are close to now 171 videos. That's really good. So sign URL is a good choice. So we'll try to do it. And I could have simply showed that this is a solution. I could have just closed the video, but there's a follow-up question which I have tried to create, which could be an interesting part. So what we'll do is we'll try to recreate the entire demo with the current new console, all those things. So slightly the look and feel would be different. And you'll also learn another important thing, which is a secret. So wait till the end of the video. So let's go create, or first let's look into the bucket first. So this is my bucket, learn-gcp with Mahesh -sign URL. That's a bucket name. And this is the audit data. For the demonstration purpose, just pretend as if this is 10 GB data, just for the demonstration purpose. So as most of us know, the command to create a sign URL is gsutil sign URL, where you can mention what is the duration. The duration can be maximum up to 7 days. So you can have 7D. That is what you can have maximum. And the requirement says it has to be 5 days. So we are going to use 5. And key.json is nothing but the private key, which is basically your service account's private key. So let's try to generate a service account, or create a service account and generate a service key for that, and then proceed further. So let me come to service account, create a service account. And when we are doing service account things, right, because we are doing some best practices of principle of least privilege these days, let's try to implement that also here. So we have created a name called as External Auditor, because these people don't have an account. Let's use this service account going forward. So that is a whole plan. So let's try to give, because the auditor needs to download the file and also upload the object, the observation or the findings. So storage object admin could be a good choice, using a predefined role. Let's just go there and do it. And one small observation which I did is recently Google has changed the roles. Previously it was just storage. Now they have put prefix as cloud storage. So all the cloud related stuffs, all the services, they have made as like this. So let's try to use this. Let's use object storage admin. All good. Click on continue. And the last step is we need to generate the key. Let me click on generate key, create it, which will get downloaded to my laptop. So let's wait for that. Yes, we are all good. Click on done. Now what I'll do is I'll try to upload that file, rename it to key.json for simplicity reason, nothing else, because the file name is usually big. That's what you see, project ID hyphen some characters.json. So let's try to make it simple. So I have renamed the file, so which part, that part has been blocked in the video. So let me try to upload it. So upload it, key.json, And if you want to verify is that the right key or not, a small tip which I started using these days. Most of the time I used to do with one single tab in Cloud Shell. Now these days I started using multiple tabs, which is becoming very useful. So I thought I'll share that also as a best practice where you want to open multiple tabs. So if I put this, it's in my home folder, cat key.json, and you should see the ID, the email client email is external auditors at the project ID .im.gservice account. So all good. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and generate our sign URL. So when you're doing it in Cloud Shell for the first time, it will throw you an error like this. You just need to install pip install Python's OpenSSL module. Then you should be able to do it. And please remember, this is you need to use pip3 because Python 2.7 is already deprecated. Better use Python 3.7. And since it's ephemeral virtual machine, you need to do this installation every time when you're launching a Cloud Shell. So just wanted to mention you that. Now let's go ahead and generate it. And this is the exact syntax which you should do. So if I just click on this, it will open up the file and it's downloaded. This is the data which has been downloaded using sign URL. All good. Now what you can do is this will go for 5 days. The auditor can download maybe multiple people. The auditor has multiple reportees. They may download it and they can do all the stuffs. So the solution is sign URL. So for this question, as I mentioned, the possible answer is having a signed URL. And I would strongly recommend you to look into the documentation. By default, if you are trying to download, you need to mention a flag called as -m get. That is a syntax because you're downloading the file. And if you were to upload it, you need to use -m put. That is a extra attribute which you need to supply, using which the auditor can upload the data. So that is a solution. Now I have a follow-up question which I mentioned, which is a secret part. So let's try to do a follow-up one. The follow-up question is the external auditor which your company has have a tie-up is a smart and a fast auditor. So instead of doing the entire process for 5 days, this guy or this person has finished audit process in 3 days itself. Now your manager says revoke the access of the sign URL. 2 more days, it's not required. He analyzed it and he or she analyzed it, uploaded the data back. The findings has also been uploaded. Now how do you revoke it? Think about the solution if you want. Pause the video and think it up. So I have a possible solution. Let me show you that. So the possible solution which I think is something like this. So I'm just going to leave it like this. So let's go back to our service account. Entire process is based on this private key. So the solution which I think is just go to your service account, and we had created this service account dedicated for sharing the data, right? So what we will do is click on edit, delete it, delete this service this thing, not the service account, the key. Once you delete the key, save it. What will happen is this service account is no more having any key. All good. Now if I go and click on this, we'll see a error. What is that error? The signature does not match it, or the key is removed. So that is the key part. So this was the solution which I felt could be a possible solution for the smart and the smartest auditor which we are having. So the solution for this is very simple. Delete the service account key, not the account, but just the key which you generated only for this process. So that's the video which I wanted to share today. Thank you for watching.